What is up, Sideways family? We're back again to another video, and we're in the car on our way to work to be having the G35 started this morning. Danny is on his way from his house, should be here probably after getting his coffee and everything else sometime around 9 o'clock, and we are pretty much at the point where we can go ahead and start the vehicle. Everything that is important is kind of all rigged up together and gonna just be good enough to start it. And then we're gonna go ahead and button up the car and put it all back together, which will probably take the whole rest of the day. And then as far as tomorrow, when I head to the shop or I get there, we'll be able to go ahead and see it finished product and done. So let me go ahead and get to work right now. Let's go ahead and get it together, get the shop all opened up and cleaned up, and let's go. Okay guys, so Danny's here right now. We're gonna go ahead and get this thing started. Everything should be good to go. So I guess let's turn her on. Guys, so as you can see, the car runs. It's the next day. Didn't get to film too much, so I'm gonna go ahead and go out there right now and show you finished product of everything, of how it's gonna be going to dyno tomorrow. So I'm gonna go ahead and go over a lot of the little odds and ends things and kind of some of the plus and minus stuff for the car that we like and that we don't like. So let's go ahead and get over there right now and we'll check it out. All right guys, so check out this car. This is finished product. Front bumper is on, headlights are bolted in. I mean, besides the fact that the bumper could have been white and painted and the hood is just pretty garbage when it comes down to, like, I don't know if this is wrap or some spray paint or I don't really know, but it looks really, really good. Power steering's all done. Went ahead and did a braided line, the Powerhouse Racing power steering pump, suction port on there, and that's all done. You know, the clutch stuff's all finished up and done too. Regulators mounted. Everything's turned the way it's supposed to be turned. Just looks really, really, really good. It'd be cool to have the covers for back here. That would just look so nice in the beta, where it's just like, looks like it's almost OEM. The white actually is kind of growing on me in here, you know, with the bay and how it all matches. It's really freaking cool. As far as interior, just to kind of go over and show you guys, I mean, shifter's in the stock location, so that's pretty cool. I mean, everything on the floor besides the cable for the ECU is right there. The Infinity we only have in the inside of the car because the customer's gonna take the box home and everything. But I mean, gauges fire up. We're gonna still figure out what we're gonna be doing about the BTI. The 5-inch display did fit in here, facing up, kind of holding this unit in. But we're trying to see if we can get something where we can lift this up and down and have it hide the whole touchscreen BTI system. There's a Mark III unit that we're gonna be trying out that should be coming in the mail today. So we're pretty stoked about that. And then as far as the trunk stuff, let me see if it's open still. It should be open. This just came out awesome. Look at this, guys. That just looks so good. You go in the trunk and you're like, oh, what's back here? Oh, triple fuel pumps with the full radium hanger, with a triple hanger fuel pump hanger from, you know, with a bunch of AN fittings coming out of it and the battery box. And then everything still fits in the corners. I mean, I guess if you put like a sub back there and everything too, nobody would even know. The car just like looks so unassuming from the outside of it. The only reason why I would be like, maybe this car's modified is because it has some Volk Racing rims that we've seen before on it. But overall, just So freaking cool. I love how the surge tank came out. I mean, they do sell another setup that we'll probably try in someone else's car. They have one from Autosport that drops into the OEM hanger in the trunk. If you guys don't know where they are, basically kind of how the surge works. Let me show you guys real quick. The surge works is you have the OEM fuel pump in the tank down here. So what you would do is you would run a bulkhead in here to return fuel, because it was a returnless fuel system to begin with. You'll go ahead and block the regulator off, and then down in there, it usually has a 90, but this one was broken, so we had to go straight into it and kind of modify it. But basically, we're running 12 volt from the pump to one of the relays that we have in the trunk that's getting controlled down here by the ECU, which is actually in the OEM location back there. So, I mean, they have a hanger assembly though now where you can run twin pumps or triple pumps in the tank right here. That I'd love to try, because it looks like the Nissan stuff's a little bit more forgiving than the Toyota stuff. But speedometer works and gas gauge works. As far as the tack and the temp go, it's going to be a CAN system, so it's going to be kind of like multiplex, where you have to retain the factory ECU in order to have everything work in the car. But as far as like clock and functionality and interior, you know, his blower works, his radio works, his all the main stuff that he would normally have is all going to work normal. So we're pretty stoked about this. I don't know if you guys saw this either. This is a Mark III Supra steering column shaft for you know, doing like your rack and pinion and stuff to connect your steering column to your car. I have this lying around from the scrap Mark III Supra, that the clips over there that we kind of parted out, the little barnyard find that we had, and made a shift knob because I wanted to kind of show you guys this anyways too. This is the Cullen short shifter, and it is just so hard to find the gears with this thing. It's like just ridiculous. Fifth and sixth are so close to fourth and third, and then the reverse is like just like almost non-existent. I don't know why. We went ahead and had to extend the shaft on the slave cylinder like all the way to where it was basically maxed out in the actual slave, to get it to even be able to engage. So I don't know what the deal is with that. We're ordering another kit. We're going to try in the 370Z. We're going to be kind of converting back in that car to a slave cylinder, like first generation CD transmission versus a hydraulic one. So but I mean, it goes into gear, and I mean, I feel that like after the clutch breaks in, it's going to be really, really good, and they're going to be able to use it, so why not? But I mean, it's all I had lying around. It kind of made it a lot easier to get into gear, because this gear shift that he had in here was like literally at the very base right here, and there was just not enough force to be able to get it into gear. So I don't know, maybe the trick with these transmissions is just to kind of cut and extend the OEM ones, because when you do that, it's freaking butter. And honestly, instead of paying $300 or $300+ for your short shifter, it probably is better just to use the OEM system. So maybe we'll try that on the next car, or on the next Z or G35 that comes in. But for now, that's just kind of how it's all going to go together. But all in all, guys, this thing is finished. She fires right up, and everything else is cool. I'll do a quick little video again of it running, so you guys can just hear it real quick and see that it starts right up. And then that'll probably be the end of the video. So let's go ahead and get in. Make sure we're not in any gear. Key comes on, fuel pumps come on, everything's on there. We got everything working here. Radio comes on, just so everybody can see that everything works.
At least that gives you an option.
We got power right now. Fuel pumps are already turned on. I'm gonna have to push the clutch down real quick. And we're running. So let's go ahead and go out there real quick. Really cool though. This is going to be a really cool car to drive. So look at that, you guys. Car is right up. Both of the fans that are in here, we got a 14-inch on this side and a 12-inch on this side. They're actually ECU controlled. I have a quick disconnect I have in here in the bumper that allows us to be able to unplug them and pull the radiator out as we wish. Really freaking cool. The OEM downpipe came out really, really cool. We went ahead also on the exhaust on this thing, and I did 3-inch piping from the downpipe all the way down to basically the OEM 2.5-inch muffler in the rear. It sounds pretty freaking good, honestly. You know what I mean? I'll give you a quick little preview. See if I can put my phone down and get you guys a little clip of the rev on this thing real quick as well. Obviously, we're still on a base map, so not going to be as crazy as it would be, but I mean, just listen to the turbo on this thing, you guys. It is just so freaking loud. Four Warners are just like fools forever. But yeah. Anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Super cool car, lots of fun, something really different that we haven't done before. So I mean, I hope we get more G37s, G35s, you know, 4-door G35s would be cool, 350Z, 370Z, any of that stuff would be really dope to do here and to kind of make happen. So if you guys have any questions about this build or kind of opinions of what you should do, personally, my opinion, to avoid all the crazy CD009 like shifter problems that come with all these swaps and all these different kits they have outside, I would put an RM54 in the car. The gearing is actually really good. We use these differentials for S13s and S14s all the time with the manual 5-speed with the RM54, and the gearing is like what we do in our Supras, and our Supras will go from like a 4.08 to basically like a 3.266, just so we can have a super long 5-speed, almost like a 6-speed gear without going with the 6-speed. So this is really dope. But yeah, until next time, guys, peace.